A lot of people are upset about one specific part of Weapons. Here's why I think they may be missing the whole point of the movie. Massive spoilers ahead. I'm seeing a large portion of people who are upset about the ending of Weapons, so I just want to take a moment to address three of the major complaints here. The most common complaint I've seen is about how abruptly the film ends, that it doesn't really give us any closure to the events that took place. But if you listen to the narration from Maddie at the beginning of the story, we were told right from the start that this is how the movie would end. She mentions how you won't hear anyone talk about what happened or read about it anywhere, that some of it just went unsolved and much is still unknown. And that same sentiment applies to us as the audience. We experience that in real time. We see the events play out, but once the story's done, it's done. And we're left to wrestle with many of the same thoughts and questions that the characters in the universe are. Another point of contention I've seen is that people are upset that we don't have more of an understanding about Gladys or why the tragedy occurred. But I think that's kind of the point. I don't think Gladys was ever meant to be understood, just as how tragedy often isn't understood. Awful and tragic things happen in our world all the time without warning, and most of the time we don't ever understand why. At the end of the day, Gladys is nothing more than a metaphor in this film. And while sure, it could be interesting to learn more about her, it's not necessary. And finally, I've seen people suggest that the film should have had a happier ending. But again, if we stick with the tragedy metaphor, which the film clearly latches onto, why should it? People who experience tragic events don't get to just carry on as if nothing happened. The residual effects from tragedy can often stick with an individual for months, years, or even the rest of their life. And to expect that these kids would just suddenly be fine seems like an unintentional downplaying of tragedy and trauma itself. What did you guys think of the ending of Weapons?